They think they understand pain, but they don't. Not like I do. Not the kind of pain that lingers in your bones, that becomes a part of who you are. Oh, they cry about their little problems, their petty struggles, as if the world owes them some kind of mercy. Mercy. What a joke. Mercy is a lie we tell ourselves when we're too weak to finish what needs to be done. And I'm not weak anymore. Not like I used to be. I've bled too much, lost too much to let weakness define me. They don't see it though. They look at me like I'm the villain, like I'm the one who broke the rules. But they don't realize the rules were broken long before I got here. I'm just playing the game they forced me into. Do you know what it feels like to be betrayed by everything you once believed in? To have the ground ripped out from under you, leaving you with nothing but rage and regret. It changes you. It carves you into something harder, sharper, something they can't control. And that terrifies them. Good. Let them be afraid. Let them feel the weight of the fear they've sown in others. They think they're untouchable, that their power makes them immune to consequences. But power is fragile. It cracks under pressure, and I am the pressure. Oh, they'll try to justify it all, to paint themselves as the victims when the walls start closing in. But they're not victims. They're thieves. They stole everything from me, my family, my peace, my humanity, and they didn't even blink. They laughed. They thought it was over. They thought I was done. But I'm still here. And I've learned something they never will. Pain is a weapon. It sharpens you. It gives you focus. And I've been focused on one thing, making them pay. They think they've seen the worst of me, but they haven't seen anything yet. I've walked through fire, through darkness, through hell itself, and I came out the other side alive, stronger, angrier, deadlier, and now I'm their reckoning. They'll call me a monster, but I didn't start this. They did. They made me. Every lie they told, every life they destroyed, every drop of blood they spilled, it all led to this moment. To me, I didn't choose this path. It was forced on me. Oh, I tried to walk away, to leave it all behind, but some scars don't heal. Some memories don't fade, and some battles can't be avoided. They think they're safe behind their walls, behind their wealth and their power, but walls crumble, power fades, and I'm coming for them. They'll try to stop me. They'll throw everything they have at me, but it won't matter. They can't hurt me anymore. Not after everything I've lost. Not after everything I've become. Do you know what it feels like to have nothing left to lose? It's liberating. It's terrifying. And it makes you unstoppable. They'll say I'm going too far, that I've crossed some invisible line between justice and vengeance. But they're hypocrites. They don't care about lines until it's their blood on the ground. They didn't care about justice when they tore my life apart. They didn't care about fairness when they took everything from me. So why should I care now? Why should I hold back? Mercy is for the weak, and I am not weak, not anymore. They'll beg for forgiveness, but forgiveness is a luxury I can't afford. Not after what they've done. Not after what they've made me into. Oh, I'll finish this. I'll burn their empires to the ground and scatter the ashes. I'll show them what true power looks like. Not the kind they hoard, but the kind that rises from the ashes of their lies. They'll remember me, not as a hero, not as a villain, but as the storm that tore through their world and left nothing standing. And when it's over, when the last echo of their screams fades into silence, I'll finally find peace. Not forgiveness, not redemption, just peace. Because that's all that's left for someone like me. They will call it madness, but madness is just a word for what they don't understand. They don't understand me, and they never did. They only saw what they wanted to see, someone broken, someone they could manipulate, someone they could discard when I was no longer useful to them. But I was never broken. I was reforged. Every insult, every betrayal, every act of cruelty, they didn't shatter me. They tempered me. They made me something stronger than they could ever comprehend. Now they'll see what they've created. Oh, they'll regret it. Every single one of them. I wonder if they'll even recognize me when I come for them. Do they remember the man I used to be? The man who trusted them, who believed in their promises, their lies. That man is gone, buried under years of anger and regret. In his place stands something else, something darker, something they can't control. I've shed every illusion, every hope, every ounce of faith I ever had in them or their world. And what's left is pure, it's raw, it's focused. They think I'm doing this for revenge, but it's not that simple. Revenge is personal. This is justice. Justice for the lives they destroyed. Justice for the people they left behind. Justice for the man they tried to erase. They'll call me a monster for what I'm going to do. But monsters don't create themselves. They are born from cruelty, from neglect, from the rot at the heart of a broken system. I am their monster, and they will reap what they've sown. Oh, they will. I've waited for this moment, planned for it, dreamed of it of the long, sleepless nights when the ghosts of the past wouldn't let me rest. They think they can stop me, but they don't realize I've already won. I've stripped them of their power without them even knowing it. They've grown soft, complacent, believing they're untouchable. But no one is untouchable. Not even them, especially not them. They'll call it senseless, the destruction I'll leave in my wake. But there's nothing senseless about it. Every action has a purpose. Every strike is calculated. They built their world on lies and corruption, and now I will dismantle it, piece by piece. They'll watch as everything they've built crumbles around them. They'll feel the fear they've inflicted on so many others. They'll know what it's like to lose everything. And maybe, just maybe, they'll understand. But I doubt it. People like them don't understand anything but power. That's why I'll use it against them. Not their kind of power, the shallow, fleeting kind that comes from wealth and status. No, my power is different. It's born from pain, from loss, from the fire that burns in the heart of someone who has nothing left to lose. They can't fight that. They can't even comprehend it. Oh, they'll try. They'll throw their armies at me, their lawyers, their lies. But none of it will matter. I've already seen through them. I know their weaknesses, their fears, their secrets. And I'll use every one of them. I'll expose them for what they truly are, cowards hiding behind masks of respectability. They'll wish they had never crossed me. I don't care if they call me a villain. A villain is just a hero who refused to play by their rules. And their rules were never meant for people like me. Their rules were meant to keep people like me in line, to keep us quiet, to keep us suffering while they thrived. But I'm done playing by their rules. I'm done being quiet. They'll hear me now. They'll feel me now. Every action has a consequence, and they thought they could escape theirs. They thought they could take and take without ever paying the price. But the bill is due, and I'm here to collect. They'll beg for mercy, but mercy is a kindness they never showed me. Why should I offer it to them? Why should I care if they suffer? They didn't care about my suffering. They didn't care about the lives they destroyed. But I care. I care enough to make them pay. I care enough to make sure they never hurt anyone else again. That's the difference between them and me. They destroy for profit, for greed, for power. I destroy because it's necessary, because it's right, because someone has to stand up to them, and no one else will. They'll call it madness, but I call it clarity. For the first time in my life, I see things as they truly are. The masks have fallen, and the truth is laid bare. They are parasites, feeding off the lives of others, and parasites must be eradicated. Oh, they'll resist. They'll fight to protect what they've stolen, but it won't matter. I'm not afraid of them. Not anymore. They'll feel the weight of their sins, and they'll know it was me who brought it down on them. They'll know my name. They'll remember it long after I'm gone. Because I'm not just fighting for myself. I'm fighting for everyone they've ever hurt, for everyone they've ever silenced, for everyone who thought they were alone in their pain. They're not alone, and neither am I. I have my rage. I have my purpose. I have the fire that burns within me, unrelenting, unstoppable. They thought they could break me, but all they did was forge me into something stronger, something they can't control, something they can't stop. And when it's over, when the dust has settled and their world lies in ruins, I'll finally be free. Free from their lies, free from their control, free from the chains they tried to bind me with. They'll call it madness, but I'll call it justice. And justice is not kind. Justice is not gentle. Justice is what they deserve. Justice is not soft. It's not forgiving. Justice doesn't bend to tears or pleading or excuses. It's cold. It's absolute. And it's coming for them, whether they want to face it or not. They'll try to run, of course. They'll try to hide behind their lies, their money, their empty promises. But I know where they live. I know their secrets. I know the truth they've tried so desperately to bury under layers of deceit. And I'll unearth it. I'll drag it into the light, kicking and screaming, so everyone can see them for what they erring frauds, cowards, destroyers in fine suits and polished smiles. They'll cry foul. They'll say I've gone too far, that I'm no better than them. But they don't get to decide that. They don't get to judge me. Not after everything they've done. Their judgment is worthless, their words hollow. The only thing that matters now is action. The only thing that matters is the reckoning they've tried so hard to avoid. And I will bring it to their doorstep. Oh, they'll fight. They always fight when their power is threatened. But it's pointless. They don't have the strength for this kind of battle. They've grown soft, hiding behind others to do their dirty work, letting their wealth shield them from the real world. They don't know what it means to struggle, to bleed, to crawl through the dirt just to survive. But I do. And that's why they'll lose. I've fought harder battles than this. I've faced worse enemies than them. They think they're untouchable, but they're just flesh and blood like anyone else. And flesh bleeds. Bones break. Fear overtakes even the strongest when the right pressure is applied. And I know exactly where to press. They'll call me relentless, but they don't understand what that word means. Relentless isn't just refusing to give up. It's refusing to stop until the job is done, no matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. And I've already paid the highest price. I've lost everything that ever mattered to me. What more can they take? Nothing. And that's what makes me unstoppable. Oh, they'll call me heartless, but my heart beats louder than ever. It beats with the rage of every injustice they've committed, every life they've ruined, every lie they've told. It beats with purpose, with fire, with the kind of determination they can't even fathom. They'll say I've lost my soul, but my soul was never theirs to take. It belongs to the fire now. They'll try to paint me as a villain, to twist the narrative in their favor. They'll spread their lies, their propaganda, their desperate attempts to cling to power. But it won't work. The truth is louder than their lies. The truth is undeniable. And I am the truth they've been running from. They thought they could bury me, but I'm the seed they didn't realize would grow. I've risen from the ashes of their destruction, stronger, fiercer, more dangerous than they ever imagined. They'll regret underestimating me. They'll regret everything. And when it's all over, when their empire is dust, they'll know the name of the one who brought them down. They'll try to make me doubt myself, to appeal to some shred of humanity they think is still inside me. But I've seen through their games. I know their tactics. They can't manipulate me anymore. I'm beyond their reach, beyond their control, and that terrifies them. Good. Let them be afraid. Let them feel the fear they've inflicted on so many others. Fear is a powerful thing. It breaks people. It forces them to confront their own fragility, their own mortality. And I will make them afraid, not because I enjoy it, but because it's necessary. Because they need to understand what they've done. They need to feel the weight of their sins crushing down on them. Only then will they truly understand the pain they've caused. They'll call it cruel, but cruelty is what they taught me. Cruelty is the language they speak, the currency they trade in. I'm just giving it back to them with interest. They wanted to play this game, to build their power on the backs of the broken. Now they get to see what happens when the broken fight back. Oh, they'll call it madness, but madness is clarity in a world built on lies. Madness is seeing the truth when everyone else turns a blind eye. Madness is refusing to bow to the system that created this chaos. And if that makes me mad, then so be it. I'll wear their labels like armor. I'll turn their insults into fuel. They think they've seen the worst of me, but they haven't even scratched the surface. I've been holding back, waiting for the right moment to strike. And now that moment has arrived. They'll wish they had destroyed me when they had the chance, but they didn't. They let me live, and that was their biggest mistake. They'll see me coming, and they'll try to stop me, but it's too late. The wheels are already in motion. The storm is already here, and I am the eye of it. Calm, focused, unstoppable. They'll learn what it means to face someone who has nothing left to lose. They'll learn what it means to face me. Justice isn't kind. Justice isn't merciful. Justice is relentless, unyielding, and final. And justice is coming for them. I am coming for them. They'll call it revenge, but I call it balance. Balance for a world that they tipped too far in their favor. Balance for the lives they destroyed. Balance for the soul they tried to crush. They'll never forget me. Not because of who I was, but because of what I've become. Because I am the shadow they can't escape, the reckoning they can't avoid. They'll remember me not as a man, but as the force that ended their reign. And when it's over, when the dust has settled and their power lies in ruins, they'll know one undeniable truth. They did this. They created me, and they couldn't stop me. They created me with every betrayal, every smirk of superiority, every dismissive glance that told me I was nothing. They built this monster piece by piece, and now they dare to act surprised that I exist. Oh, no, they don't get to feign innocence. They don't get to pretend this was unexpected. They forged the chains that held me down and broke my spirit. And now they'll watch as I use those same chains to pull their kingdom apart. They'll call me a nightmare, but nightmares are born from fear, and fear is what they've sown. They've built their empire on it, wielding it like a weapon to keep people in line. But fear is a double-edged sword. It cuts both ways. And now they'll see how deep it can cut when it's turned against them. They'll feel the same cold dread they inflicted on so many others. And they'll realize too late that there's no escape. They'll try to paint me as the villain of their story, but I was never part of their story to begin with. I was the footnote, the forgotten casualty, the collateral damage they didn't bother to count. But I've rewritten the script. I've taken control of their narrative, and now I'm the author of their downfall. Their story ends with me, and it ends in flames. Oh, they'll fight it. They'll claw and scramble to hold on to their illusions of power. But power built on lies is brittle. It crumbles at the first real challenge. And I am that challenge. I am the weight they can't lift, the storm they can't weather, the reckoning they can't outrun. They'll call me cruel, but cruelty is the language they taught me. They showed me how to twist the knife, how to break a person without ever laying a hand on them. They perfected the art of destruction and now have the audacity to act shocked when I use their own tactics against them. They wanted to play this game, but they never expected to lose. They'll try to reason with me, to bargain, to find some way to save themselves. But there's nothing they can offer me that I want. They took everything that mattered to me, and they left me with nothing but rage and purpose. And those are things they can't buy, can't manipulate, can't destroy. They're mine, and I'll use them to finish what they started. They'll call me heartless, but my heart is what drives me. It's the source of my fury, the wellspring of my resolve. Every beat is a reminder of the lives they've ruined, the pain they've caused, the blood they've spilled. My heart burns for justice, and that fire will consume them. They'll try to run, but there's nowhere they can hide that I won't find them. They'll try to silence me, but my voice is louder than their lies. They'll try to stop me, but I am unstoppable. I've come too far, endured too much, sacrificed everything to turn back now. Oh, they'll call it madness, but madness is what they drove me to. They stripped me of everything, left me with nothing but my thoughts, my anger, my despair. And in that darkness, I found clarity. I saw the world for what it truly is: cruel, unforgiving, indifferent. But I am not indifferent. I am not passive. I am the force that will reshape this broken world, starting with them. They'll call me evil, but I don't care about their judgment. I don't care about their opinions, their accusations, their desperate attempts to shift the blame. They can call me whatever they want. It won't change what's coming for them. It won't save them. They'll feel the weight of their actions, the crushing burden of their sins. They'll feel the walls closing in, the ground crumbling beneath their feet. They'll feel powerless for the first time in their lives, and they'll hate it. But they won't be able to stop it. They won't be able to stop me. They'll call it destruction, but I call it justice. I call it balance. I call it the natural order itself after years of their corruption and greed. They thought they could defy the scales forever, but the scales always tip in the end, and I am the one tipping them now. They'll try to plead for mercy, but mercy is a luxury they never extended to others. They didn't care about the lives they ruined, the people they left broken, the dreams they shattered. So why should I care about them? Why should I spare them from the consequences of their actions? Oh, they'll call me cold, but I am the fire they can't extinguish. I am the storm they can't outlast. I am the shadow they can't escape. They'll remember me, not as a man, but as the reckoning they never saw coming. And when it's over, when their empire lies in ruins and their names are forgotten, I will finally be free. Free from their lies. Free from their control. Free from the chains they tried to bind me with. They'll call it madness, but I call it liberation. And liberation is worth any cost.